The Marvel and DC universes both harbor galactic tyrants, whose very existence brings death and destruction everywhere. In Marvel, it's Thanos, the mad titan with ruthless ambitions. Meanwhile, DC introduces Darkseid, a cruel new god embodying boundless power and brutality. Both Thanos and Darkseid ceaselessly spread terror, challenging the mightiest superhero teams Marvel's Avengers and DC's Justice League. Their battles with the heroes have created epic and tragic stories in comic history. Darkseid has been a symbol of evil for decades, the arch-nemesis of the Justice League. However, with his strong appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Thanos has surpassed Darkseid in popularity, becoming a symbol of destruction on the big screen, making the entire world tremble at his presence. But before we dive into the debate, please hit the subscribe button, it helps us a lot, thank you so much. And don't forget to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. My first experience with the epic battles between Darkseid and Thanos left a deep impression, especially with Thanos, the so-called Mad Titan. He gathered all 6 Infinity Stones and wiped out half of all life in the universe with just a snap of his fingers. Similar to how Darkseid is the unbeatable foe in the DCEU, Thanos is also seen as the strongest villain in the MCU. But while Thanos harbors ruthlessness and a thirst for domination, Darkseid is an entity that transcends all limits within the DC multiverse. He possesses immeasurable superhuman strength, able to traverse the entire universe in a split second without even needing to teleport, though he could do that too. Darkseid's power is so immense that he can't directly enter the DC multiverse. Instead, he creates avatars to carry out his will. When Superman or anyone else defeats Darkseid, it's merely the defeat of an avatar. Not the real Darkseid. His true presence could destroy the entire multiverse, making every being within it quake in fear of his unimaginable power. Thanos, the Mad Titan, once sought to conquer the entire universe using the Infinity Gauntlet. His power far exceeds that of the Hulk, easily overpowering the Green Giant. Thanos didn't hesitate to snap Loki's neck, kick Thor around like a useless puppet, and restrain both Thor and Captain America without flinching. Iron Man was completely overwhelmed, his armor shattered, and even Vision, with his vibranium skull, was crushed by Thanos. He tore the Mind Stone from Vision's forehead without hesitation. Thanos' battle with Captain Marvel lasted nearly a year, and during that time, Earth's superheroes and their allies posed the greatest challenges to him. They were at the top of Thanos' hit list. Meanwhile, Superman, though faster than Darkseid, is vastly outmatched in physical strength by Darkseid. Darkseid can easily overpower Superman thanks to his divine physique. As for Darkseid's Omega Beams, no weapon of Superman's can compare, and his heat vision barely causes any damage to Darkseid. Those Omega Beams are potent enough to obliterate Superman, making him struggle in life or death battles. It's often said that Carol Danvers is the strongest superhero in the MCU, and she was hailed as the last hope to defeat Thanos and turn the tide for the Avengers. However, in her first true confrontation with Thanos, when he didn't have the Infinity Gauntlet, Captain Marvel faced a formidable opponent. Even though she grabbed Thanos' hand and forced him to kneel, this doesn't necessarily prove that she's stronger than him. Thanos wore the Stark Gauntlet, and even though this gauntlet was powerful enough to damage Hulk's arm and kill Iron Man, Thanos was not completely subdued. The cold presence of death and cosmic judgment only fueled the Mad Titan's relentless determination as he roamed the stars. The Black Order, whom Thanos referred to as his children, including Ebony Maw, Proxima Midnight, Corvus Glaive, Black Dwarf, and Supergiant, assisted him in hunting down and destroying planets. Meanwhile, Darkseid operates on a much higher level than most of Marvel's villains. Not only is he stronger than Superman, but he also surpasses him in strategy and intellect. Darkseid is a master strategist, often winning both physical battles and long-term schemes. This makes him an extremely dangerous foe, with the ability to control minds and erase free will, turning even the most formidable opponents into slaves at his feet, a power far more formidable than that of the Mad Titan. Although Thanos was severely injured after the second use of the Infinity Gauntlet, he still withstood powerful attacks from Hulk and Iron Man. In fact, he faced attacks from nearly all the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy. Thanos endured Thor's lightning, blows from Captain America, and even photon blasts from Captain Marvel. Even when Scarlet Witch unleashed enough power to destroy an Infinity Stone, Thanos was not defeated. Millions of years later, it was discovered that Thanos had taken on a new herald, known as Cosmic Ghost Rider. Once a spirit of vengeance on Earth, this herald had undergone a journey of suffering, ultimately becoming a slave beside the all-powerful cosmic deity. In every encounter with Hulk, Thanos always held the upper hand. He only truly defeated Hulk in Thanos 14 by Danny Cates in 2016, where Maestro, one of the weakest versions of Hulk, was subdued. But even Maestro wasn't easily defeated, always plotting to kill Thanos during his captivity. Other versions of Hulk like Green Scar, Devil Hulk, Savage Hulk, and Joe Fixit would likely meet the same fate if they faced Thanos. Even so, Danny Cates warned that he didn't fully understand Hulk's strength. Thanos' power surpasses all, making every confrontation with him dramatic and unpredictable. Hulk is the only Avenger capable of enduring and wielding the power of the Infinity Stones, a feat even Thor or Captain Marvel couldn't achieve. Thanos not only wore the Infinity Gauntlet and snapped to wipe out half of all life, but he was also strong enough to battle Captain Marvel while still wearing the gauntlet. Thanos' strength and resilience truly surpass all limits. In Infinity Gauntlet 4, both Hulk and Drax attempted to take down Thanos, but failed. Drax was blown away, and Thanos only needed to alter reality to make Hulk flee in terror. In another confrontation on the astral plane, Thanos easily overwhelmed Hulk, proving that his intelligence outstripped even that of Hulk and Bruce Banner. On the other side of the universe, Darkseid in Justice League showcased his terrifying strength. He could create massive craters on the ground and fought ancient gods like Zeus and Ares. Darkseid was strong enough to kill Aquaman in a possible future and might have even destroyed Wonder Woman. In a battle against the Eschaton, creatures capable of universal destruction, Darkseid defeated them with a single strike, despite being injured. Even though Eschaton was said to be immune to Darkseid's Omega energy, Darkseid's invincibility and Thanos' unstoppable power make them formidable foes. There's no denying that Darkseid's darker nature far surpasses Steppenwolf's. Steppenwolf bows to him in utter fear. Darkseid's power is not only enough to face Thanos but might even surpass him. Look at Darkseid's battle against gods like Ares and Zeus, beings far from weak, yet Darkseid made them bleed and retreat in despair. Meanwhile, Thanos, especially when wielding the Infinity Gauntlet, could manipulate time, space, and reality, becoming nearly omnipotent. Even without the Gauntlet, he possesses superhuman strength and resilience, enough to challenge any opponent. Darkseid thrives in situations where he can unleash his full terrifying power, while Thanos knows how to exploit chaotic environments to achieve his goals. When Thanos was captured and lost everything, instead of repenting, he fell deeper into sin, becoming a petty thief. Conversely, Darkseid is smart enough to recover and stand strong, finding a way to return to his peak of power. The Avengers fought hard against Thanos, but they were defeated, just as he had faced powerful entities like Galactus and Eternity. However, Thanos was eventually defeated when his granddaughter Nebula took the Infinity Gauntlet, stripping him of his power. In a surprising twist, Adam Warlock recruited Thanos to help defeat Nebula, showing that even in defeat, Thanos still had cards left to play. Darkseid's intelligence and Thanos' immense strength create a compelling showdown. Thanos, in a bid for redemption, decided to protect the Infinity Stones from the manipulations of Magus, a dark version of Adam Warlock. Magus created doppelgangers based on the supernatural powers of beings like the Mad Titan. Death visited Thanos, promising her loyalty if he killed Warlock, but Thanos surprisingly refused and chose to fight Magus. In the end, Magus was absorbed into the Soul Gem by Adam, marking one of the most intense battles Thanos had ever faced. Thanos has faced the Avengers' mightiest foes, like Thor and Hulk, whom he fought relentlessly. In terms of strength, Thanos is a formidable opponent, but Darkseid, a new god with superior physical prowess, has repeatedly overpowered Superman and could even match the destructive power of Doomsday. When Thanos harnessed enough energy to repel Galactus, he couldn't do much more than anger him and use matter-altering abilities to turn a scroll into stone. On the other hand, Darkseid's avatars, through the Omega Force, have demonstrated control over matter and energy beyond imagination. He can manipulate the Earth, alter matter, and even create new avatars of himself through telepathic power. This makes Darkseid an incredibly dangerous threat, far surpassing Thanos in situations where his power can be fully unleashed. When these two forces clash, one can sense that every move could change the fate of the universe. The fact that Darkseid's mere avatar is strong enough to defeat Superman implies that he is even more powerful than Thanos, who, despite his extraordinary strength, may not yet match Superman's ability to move planets and destroy moons. Thanos is one of the most resilient beings in the entire Marvel Comics universe. He can withstand the most powerful attacks the Avengers can unleash. In the Marvel Comics world, Thanos is now almost invincible, making it an enormous challenge to harm him. Not long after, Thanos tried to save Thor after the God of Thunder lost his mind, but all efforts were in vain. Thanos returned Thor to Asgard, but this act was seen by Odin as a declaration of war, leading to a devastating confrontation between Odin and Thanos. Despite knowing the truth, Odin did not thank Thanos for his reluctant mercy. Thanos inadvertently endured an attack from the Legion of Superheroes, and minutes later, he took a hit from Highfather, who had amplified the strength of Superboy and Supergirl. He blocked a continuous explosion from Mantis, empowered by pre-crisis Hal Jordan, and survived a massive punch from Alan Scott, boosted by the multiversal Green, who could tap into the full potential of the multiverse with the Parliament's aid. This punch sent Darkseid flying and temporarily downed him, but he quickly returned, striking Val-Zod with terrifying force, showing his frightening resilience. Drax was created with a single purpose: to kill Thanos. The human soul of Arthur Douglas was placed into a new, powerful body by Kronos and Mentor, Thanos' father, to fulfill this mission. After his resurrection, Thanos formed a group called Zodiac by granting 12 humans superpowered suits. This group discovered a cosmic cube and tried to use it to destroy the Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Elders. But instead of killing them, the cosmic cube sent everyone to the Cancerverse, a place where death no longer exists. Among all the creatures in the universe, only one truly terrifies Thanos: Hulk. Hulk's strength is limitless, and over time, he could become a genuine threat to Thanos. For everything else, Thanos isn't too concerned. Then there's Darkseid, the god of evil, who rules by instilling fear in those beneath him. However, this fear doesn't affect Thanos. Thanos isn't easily swayed by destruction or divine power. Darkseid, known for being invulnerable to damage, can take blows from Superman and Wonder Woman without much harm. But Thanos, who has survived countless brutal battles, isn't easily subdued by anyone, not even Darkseid. Their confrontation isn't just a battle of strength. There was a time when Doomsday made Darkseid submit. Nevertheless, Darkseid remains one of the most resilient and unyielding characters in the DC universe. If Darkseid were to unleash the full power of his true form, he would become an unstoppable force. Thanos, with his powerful legs, can move faster than many other Marvel characters. He has eradicated nearly every type of being the Marvel Universe has thrown at him, from gods to personified creative forces. Thanos doesn't just rely on the Infinity Gauntlet to shine at times. His raw strength and combat abilities are enough to take down opponents. Any creature that can be killed, Thanos will find a way to do it. That is his strength. Thanos attacked Earth with the Black Order, a group of malevolent aliens assembled by the Titan. However, defeating Darkseid would be an enormous challenge. Thanos has inflicted pain on Galactus using spiritual techniques that even Odin couldn't perform, and he successfully controlled Hulk, a nearly unstoppable force, making Hulk knock out Thor. Against Darkseid, Thanos would face a force with a willpower as powerful as the illusions Itachi used to subdue Martian Manhunter. Darkseid's Omega Sanction isn't just about death, it's an endless chain of pain. It can drag an enemy's soul through countless realities, each one more brutal than the last, forcing the victim to endure unimaginable torture. Darkseid, with the ability to fly like a god, change his size from microscopic to planetary, and possess telepathic power capable of tearing an enemy's mind apart, is a terrifying nightmare for every living being in the universe. Thanos, despite his strength and immortality, would tremble before the terrifying power of Darkseid. Their confrontation is not just a battle, it's a collision of two forces that could tear the sky apart and shake the universe. Among the ruins of New York City, once a symbol of humanity's might, Thanos and Darkseid stand facing each other. Around them, skyscrapers are reduced to rubble, and vast streets are torn apart by their overwhelming power. The air is heavy with the smell of smoke and ash, with the distant echoes of the souls of the departed. They've destroyed everything, the Avengers. The Justice League, the greatest heroes of both universes, now lie as lifeless bodies scattered everywhere, a grim reminder of humanity's weakness before the power of the gods. But the battle isn't over yet. Amidst the thick smoke and roaring flames, as Thanos returns, the Avengers decide to launch a surprise attack against the Titan, relying on the foresight of an inhuman named Ulysses. The battle has come at a great cost. War Machine has fallen, and She-Hulk is gravely injured. The loss of his close friend drives Iron Man to protect Ulysses from exploitation, leading to a fierce conflict with Captain Marvel, who believes the young Inhuman is the key to preventing disaster. Had things played out differently, Superman could easily defeat Silver Surfer. The cosmic power of the Surfer isn't enough to withstand Superman's invulnerability, and the Surfer is unaware of Superman's weaknesses to kryptonite radiation or red sunlight. The Black Order is a powerful and brutal group, but it's undeniable that Darkseid commands far more loyal and powerful warriors. Darkseid rules the planet Apocalypse, which produces mighty soldiers ready to fight for him. These warriors are not only loyal but also deadly, ready to meet every demand and order of Darkseid, creating an overwhelming and formidable force. The The sounds of war echo endlessly, mingling with the rage and thirst for power of Darkseid, making every battle a life or death struggle filled with drama. Ebony Maw and Corvus Glaive quickly betrayed Thanos soon after they appeared. Compared to the likes of Caliban, Steppenwolf, Mantis, the Female Furies, or the newly joined Grail, the Black Order seems insignificant. Darkseid, with the title of God of Evil, is revered across the multiverse. Very few dare to face Darkseid directly, and those who know of his power understand his brutality. Darkseid relies on his unmatched strength and durability, along with deadly Omega beams, to destroy his enemies. He doesn't need to be a skilled warrior, his power alone is enough to bring victory. On the other hand, Thanos would need to use all his abilities to face Darkseid. While Thanos may be faster than a human, Darkseid is faster than Wonder Woman and can move at speeds comparable to Superman. Thanos must overcome not just the physical threat, but also the psychological destruction that Darkseid brings. The cold winds of war and death surround them. Thanos is not only an excellent warrior but also a great strategist, which sets him apart in the battle against Darkseid. Thanos has wiped out millions of beings, often with his bare hands. Thanos' strength is undeniable, but more importantly, he understands that fighting isn't just about strength, it's about strategy and intellect. Thanos' eternal nature not only allows him to conquer, but also to overcome every challenge, showing that his strength and intelligence are an unbeatable combination, while Darkseid may be fearsome and powerful. Thanos possesses boundless wisdom and endurance. Thanos' eternal nature has helped him conquer immensely, possibly achieving a feat that could surpass Darkseid. In conclusion, Thanos would win. What do you think? I know you have thoughts and feelings about this. Thank you for watching. That's the video for today. Let us know your opinions. We hope you enjoyed the video. We'll stop here. Thank you very much.